never sleeps, because power never rests. At Apapa Port, one man controls the tides of money, fear, and silence. They call him the Lion of Lagos. She's a human rights lawyer chasing the truth he's buried beneath billions. When their worlds collide, love becomes a liability and redemption carries a death sentence. In a city that never forgives weakness, will power win or will love rewrite the rules? The morning haze clung to Apapa Port like a stubborn secret. Containers towered over the docks, painted in rusted reds and blues, each one holding stories that never made it to customs records. From the balcony of a private terminal office, Kunle Adebayo watched the port breathe. Cranes swinging, trucks groaning, men shouting in Yoruba, Hausa, and Pidgin. To the public, Kunle was a respected shipping magnate, the face of Adebayo maritime logistics. To West Africa's underworld, he was a Lion of Lagos, a man whose signature could move weapons, drugs, gold, and people across borders without a trace. Kunle adjusted his cufflinks, gold catching the early sun. Power had become routine to him, like breathing. Politicians bowed discreetly. Customs officers smiled too quickly. Even rival syndicates spoke his name with caution. Yet as he observed the port, Kunle felt a familiar emptiness settle in his chest. He had everything: money, influence, fear, but nothing that could quiet the noise in his head. Behind him, his lieutenant, Bold Fillet, cleared his throat. The Benin shipment cleared last night. No issues. Kunle nodded without turning. Good. Lagos rewards preparation, he said calmly. What he did not say was that Lagos also punished hesitation. And somewhere within the chaos of the city, fate was already preparing a test he could not bribe, threaten, or kill. Zainab Balogun hated ports. They smelled like greed and rust, like promises broken before they were spoken. As she stepped through Apapa Port with her press badge tucked into her blazer, she felt eyes linger too long. She was used to it. Being a human rights lawyer investigating port corruption in Lagos came with silent warnings and anonymous calls. Her focus, however, was sharp. Files under her arm detailed illegal detentions, missing dock workers, and customs officers suddenly wealthy. One name appeared too often: Adebayo Maritime Logistics. Clean on paper, untouchable in practice. At the administrative block, she demanded records with a calm that unsettled officials. I'm not accusing anyone, she said evenly. I'm asking questions. From a distance, Kunle watched her through the glass. Something about her composure struck him. She did not fidget. She did not smile to please. Lagos had not been her. Who is she? Kunle asked Bode. Trouble, Bode replied. Human rights lawyer. She doesn't scare easily. Kunle's gaze lingered as Zainab walked away, sunlight outlining her silhouette. For the first time in years, curiosity, not strategy, tightened his chest. He did not know it yet, but the city had just placed a crack in his armor. That night, Lagos pulsed with life. Traffic horns, generators humming, neon lights flickering against the dark Atlantic sky. Kunle sat in a private lounge overlooking Victoria Island, hosting men who controlled borders without ever appearing on maps. Deals were discussing metaphors, rice for weapons, books for documents, favors for lives. Kunle listened more than he spoke. Silence had become his sharpest weapon. When disagreements arose, one look from him ended them. Fear was efficient, yet his mind drifted back to Zainab. He replayed her steady voice, the way she refused intimidation without raising her tone. It unsettled him. Most people wanted something from him. She wanted truth. Later, alone in his penthouse, Kunle poured himself a drink he did not finish. From the floor-to-ceiling windows, Lagos stretched endlessly, wealth and suffering woven together. For the first time, he wondered how many lives his empire had crushed beneath its success. He dismissed the thought quickly. Weakness invited predators. Lagos did not forgive doubt. Still, when his phone buzzed with a report that Zainab had requested access to port detention records, Kunle did not shut her down. Instead, he smiled faintly. Let her look, he said to himself. Let's see how brave she really is. Zainab was surprised when approval came through. Too surprised. In Lagos, doors like that stayed locked unless someone powerful allowed them to open. As she reviewed files late into the night, a pattern emerged. Altered timestamps, missing signatures, sealed cases linked to one shipping route, Adebayo Maritime. She felt a familiar mix of anger and resolve. Whoever stood behind this was confident enough to feel invisible. The next afternoon, Kunle arranged a chance meeting at a charity luncheon for coastal cleanup. When Zainab turned and saw him standing there, impeccably dressed, smiling with controlled warmth, her instincts screamed caution. "Ms. Balogun," he said, extending his hand. "Kunle Adebayo." She shook it, firm and brief. "I know who you are." "Only what the papers say," he replied. Their conversation was polite, layered with unspoken tension. Kunle admired her refusal to be charmed. Zainab sensed something dangerous beneath his calm, like deep water hiding sharp rocks. As they parted, Kunle realized something terrifying. He wanted her to see him, not the lion, not the myth, but the man he had buried under ambition. Rumors traveled faster than traffic in Lagos. By the end of the week, whispers spread. The lion was distracted. Rivals noticed delayed responses. Allies noticed hesitation. Bode noticed everything. This woman, Bode warned, she's not good for business. Kunle said nothing. He was too busy replaying Zainab's words from their last encounter. Power without conscience always collapses. Zainab, meanwhile, felt pressure closing in. A black SUV followed her twice. An anonymous message warned her to stop digging, but fear only strengthened her resolve. Lagos had taken too much from too many people. One evening, as rain flooded the streets, Kunle ordered his driver to stop near her apartment. He watched her from the shadows, soaked and exhausted, unlocking her gate alone. For the first time, he understood the cost of the world he ruled. Protection, he realized, could be a form of love or control. He had not yet decided which path he would take. The attack came without warning. Zainab was returning from work when two men cornered her near a poorly lit street. Before fear could turn into panic, black SUVs screeched to a halt. Kunle's men moved fast, precise, silent. The attackers vanished into the night. Kunle stepped forward, rain dripping from his coat. "You're not safe," he said simply. Zainab stared at him, anger and gratitude battling her eyes. "Did you send them or save me?" "That's the wrong question," Kunle replied. "The right one is, how long can you survive alone in the city?" For the first time, she saw conflict in him. Real, raw, human. Lagos roared around them, indifferent. That night marked the beginning of Kunle's greatest war. Not against rivals or governments, but against himself. To love Zainab would mean dismantling the very empire that made him untouchable. And Lagos never forgave weakness.